معرفة.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In this lesson today we'll discuss about Islamic finance structures. Today we will discuss about Islamic what do we mean by an Islamic contract? Basically, any contract, if it fulfills the requirement prescribed by Sharia, then that contract can be considered as an Islamic contract. Now, there are certain prerequisites of a contract, but before we go to that, we need to understand some terminology, definitions of words used in Arabic for a contract. The word in Arabic which is used for a contract is aqd. Okay, now what it means is that it means to tie, okay, to knot or to join. So basically what we are trying to explain is that in a contract there is an agreement between both parties. So there is a kind of a contract, a kind of a relationship which gets developed between two parties, and that's why this is the terminological definition of this word, to tie, to knot or to join. What are the prerequisites of a contract? So let us understand what are the prerequisites of contract. You see, the three main prerequisites of an Islamic contract are as follows. The first is statement of contract. The second is contracting parties. The third is subject matter of contract. Okay, so as we have discussed, what are the prerequisites of a contract? So the main prerequisites or the main elements of a contract from a Sharia perspective are the statement of contract, the contracting parties, and the subject matter of the contract. Now let us discuss each of it, what we mean by a statement of a contract, what we mean by contracting parties, and what we mean by the subject matter of the contract. So as we have discussed, a contract is generally between either two parties or more than two parties. And what happens in a contract, for example, if this is a party A and this is a party B. And if the party A wants to sell certain of its real estate assets, okay, so this party A wants to sell certain real estate it owns to party B. So the party A basically here is the seller and the party B is the purchaser. So the seller here needs to give an offer. Right? And the purchaser needs to accept that offer. So there has to be an acceptance from the purchaser. So this is an offer and this is an acceptance. Basically, what is an offer? Basically, an offer is a statement of intention expressed by one of the parties, inviting the other party to accept the proposal. And the acceptance is basically to accept that offer. So for example, in this case, if the party A, which is the seller, makes an offer stating that I wish to sell my real estate asset for maybe $1 million, and the party B says, I accept your offer. So the statement is made and the statement is accepted, and the statement from the seller is the offer and the statement from the purchaser is the acceptance. So the contract is concluded. So basically, this is what we mean by statement of contract. And this is quite an important element in an Islamic contract because this creates the relationship between the two parties. Therefore, what is important is that the offer needs to be clear, unambiguous. The acceptance has to be clear, unambiguous. Generally, the terminology used in the offer is influenced by the culture in which the business is being done. And if that language is acceptable from that cultural point of view, then the jurists accept that as a valid offer. And in the modern times, we have seen that these offer and acceptance could be done through various modes of communication. It could be done through, for example, we have seen that these are done in the physical form where people sign the contract, or the offers could be done, for example, through telephones. The offers could also be done through emails. So whatever that is, whatever mode of communication is used to do the offer, the Sharia accepts those, provided they are acceptable also culturally and legally. So basically, just to understand, the statement of contract talks about the offer and acceptance between the two entities who want to enter into a contract.